All right, one-step equations. Okay, so one-step equations, to solve an equation for a given variable, that's your letter, you need to do the, what's called the inverse operation. Inverse of whatever has been done to the variable. So that means inverse means the opposite. Okay, so the inverse of addition is going to be subtraction. The inverse of multiplication is going to be division. Okay, they're the opposites. You want to get x by itself in an equation. That is, the variable or the letter has to be on one side of the equation. The goal of solving for an equation is to get the variable by itself on one side. Since an equation is a balanced scale, whatever you do to one side, you have to do the exact same thing to the other side. Okay? So let's look at number 1. We have y plus 3 equals 10. So when we are solving equations, I'm going to go ahead and put a line through the equal sign. Okay? Both sides of the equation have to be equal. So I've got y plus 3. So let's think about what's being done to the variable y. We are adding 3 to the variable. So the inverse operation of adding 3 would be subtracting 3. So y plus 3, I'm going to subtract 3 to get the variable by itself. Well, since I'm solving an equation, whatever I'm doing on one side, I have to do to the other side. So if I'm subtracting 3 from this side, I have to subtract 3 from the other side. Okay? Well, plus 3 minus 3 gives me 0. They cancel. And I'm left with the variable y. And then I get 10 minus 3 on the other side is 7. Okay? And then I can check this. So here's my original equation. And I'm going to plug in 7 or substitute 7 for y. And I can see that 7 plus 3 is going to be, we are in Miss Hartman's room. 7 plus 3 is going to be 10. And then you know that's correct. Okay? So my solution is y equals 7. All right. Number 2, t minus 9 equals 36. Okay, I'm going to put my line through the middle. All right, I noticed that I'm subtracting 9 from t, so I'm minusing 9. So the opposite or the inverse operation would be plus 9. So I'm going to add 9 to each side. Okay. And then 36 plus 9 is going to be 45. Remember, whatever I do to one side, I got to do the other side is 45. Then I'm going to check. T minus 9 equals 36. And then t was 45, so 45 minus 9 gives me 36. And then I should get 36 on both sides. Okay? All right. So t equals 45. Okay. All right, so far we did addition equations and subtraction. So then I'm going to show you the multiplication and division. Okay, so here we go. 8z equals 56. I'm multiplying 8 times z. So the opposite of that would be division. So I'm going to divide by 8 on both sides. The opposite of multiplication is division. So 8 divided by 8 is 1, so I'm left with a z. 56 divided by 8 gives me 7. Okay, and then I can check it. Here's my equation. And then if I plug in or substitute 7 for z, I get 56 equals 56 on both sides. Solution is 7 is 7. Okay, one more, and this is the division one. Okay, so I got b divided by 4 equals 7. So again, what's being done to the variable? I'm dividing. The opposite, or the inverse operation of division, is multiplying. So what I'm going to do is, instead of dividing by 4, I'm going to multiply by 4 on each side. That becomes a 1. Whatever I do on one side, I got to do the other side. Okay? And B, 7 times 4 is going to be 28. Okay? And then I can check it. So the original equation was B divided by 4 equals 7. If I substitute 28 divided by 4 equals 7, you know 28 divided by 4 is 7, and that's true. Okay? Okay, so I just went over 4 types of equations, one-step equations. Adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing, okay? So what I want you to try to do on your own before class is I want you to try these bottom 2 right here, okay? So one's an adding equation and one's a subtraction, okay? So that concludes our notes for one-step equations.